This is David Cruse.
And this is Morgan Sackman from House of Independence.
And you're listening to PBR Podcast.
Perfect.
That's how it's done.
Sophisticated podcast revolution. Now tell me something good. Oh yeah.
What's up, everybody? PBR Podcast, Mike Polano, Derek D. We're back in Asbury Park finally.
I love it. I love it.
After the extravaganza, it's a new year.
When's the last time we were here? Was it a beer garden?
Yeah, maybe Beer Garden. People need to check that out, man. Beer Garden Street Styles with Derek D. on.
Yeah, that's right.
You can get off PBR.com.
Yeah.
Well, we're sitting here at the House of Independence with Morgan Sackman and David Cruse. You go by David or Dave?
Whatever you want to call me.
I called him Dave the whole time.
Dave.
I asked that same question when I first met him. He was like, said exactly
Yeah,
that.
just
Whatever you want to
go
call
He
with
me.
said
whatever
that
you
to me
want.
too. It's been like, 6 months I've known you? I still don't know what to call you, but
I
love
like.
it.
I mean, I like David. That's
Dave, it's
it's
really
my birth name.
Yeah.
it's dangerous to tell people just call me whatever you want. You know,
No.
you
Yeah.
get
People
comfortable.
don't like
It
it.
is true.
Now,
Yeah.
yeah. Some people call me like Dare, but that
Nobody calls you Dare.
my family calls me Dare.
No, they don't.
They
Stop
do.
it. Stop it.
They call me Dare. All right, hold up. Before we even get going, Dave was the director of the play that I was in the House of Independence. That's Independence, Dents. And it was a great play. We just ran this 5 shows in 4 days. And Mike, which show did you go to? I'm just
I came to
curious.
Sunday matinee.
You came to Sunday matinee?
Yeah.
How was
So
it?
the
What'd you think?
closing performance.
Yeah.
Why don't
Yep.
you stick around for a little bit?
I couldn't. I had a family engagement.
Why don't you text me and say, yo, I'm here?
I don't think I needed to.
Why don't you Snapchat it?
I don't do
Why don't you
that.
Instagram a picture or something?
Do you want me
Let
to?
everybody know. Did he really come,
Yeah.
Frankie?
I came with Frankie. Are you trying to be a dick right now?
I'm trying to be a dick.
I
I was
remember-
trying
Why
to
don't you apologize? I actually talked to Dave. That we met that on Sunday. You were here, right?
I
You were
just
here-
know
you-
that there was delicious mac and cheese.
Yeah, it was good, right? It was so good.
Yeah, how was that mac and cheese?
it was so good.
Did you? Did
Get
you?
my ticket? Where's
Only
Dennis?
for, you must have been in the play because it was only for the cast. So
No, dude. Dave brought me around. We got backstage.
Did you have it with or without the bacon?
I had it with Whiz.
Wiz?
I had Whiz.
Whiz.
No?
So what was your favorite part?
When you came out dressed as Tiny Tim. So, guys, thank you so much for having us at the House of
Mike
Independence.
didn't come to the show.
Guys, this place is great. Morgan and I were talking about Asbury Park before we started. I grew up here, so it's completely changed from when I was a kid. You know, and you guys are coming in and right in the heat of this. How did this idea? First of all, can you explain to everybody what this place is? Because I always describe it as a maker space for the arts.
yeah, I mean, it kind of is. We basically built it out so anything you want to do artistically or performance-wise, you can do. So we didn't put anything permanent that would potentially need to be taken away. The stage you can take away, we have retractable seating. So it's kind of like gym bleacher seats
Yeah.
that go up into a wall. So you can have an open floor plan. You can have stadium seating. So anything from private events, comedy, live theater shows, or live music shows you can do inside the space.
You've already had, you had Fishbone here, Henry Rollins, The Christmas Carol. What is
The greatest holiday play of all time.
what has been like? I guess your most abstract thing that you've had in here thus far.
I mean, I think
Abstract?
that we've just been really versatile so far. You know, like bringing in some different culture stuff. You know, you're talking about in 1 week we had leading up to A Christmas Carol, which was a fantastic musical starring Derek D.
Tiny Tim.
that you missed. And
Well
but
done, Dave.
leading up to that, we had Henry Rollins sold out for 2 nights before that. Prior to Henry Rollins, we had the Lone Bellow in here, which was a great. They're like an indie country band from Brooklyn. And then the Monday prior to that, we had John Waters in here doing his Holier and Dirtier Christmas special. And so we're just doing some really versatile programming, stuff that doesn't usually get done in Asbury Park, stuff that's tough to get to come here because there isn't really a home for it. You know, Asbury Park's like this haven for live music, but not all types of live music seem to fit into the venues that were already here. And then certainly things like spoken word and musicals. And coming up in January, we have a dance theater troupe, which it's do a lot of aerial dance. It's called Junk Dance. They're out of Philadelphia. It's super sexy, super weird. And we got a lot of that kind of stuff that's going to be coming along. Stuff that not only hasn't really been done in Asbury Park, but not really in New Jersey. There isn't really places to do this kind of thing and to be this versatile.
And also, like, when you're opening a business, a lot of times people are like, what's your demographic? And for us, it's, especially in the first month, we wanted to show that we're doing so many different kinds of things
it's
and
like,
hitting
what's
different
not our demographic? Yeah.
And so the programming will decide what that demographic is, but we want to be booked. I mean, the goal is to, like, have as much as we can in here 7 days a week.
Yeah.
So we're obviously going to have to get creative and do a lot of different types of programming. So that's kind of the idea of the space.
Yeah, they even had, I know, there was fire breathers, like kind of like
Yeah, we did the Coney Island Circus sideshow. We
Yeah,
brought
like a
them in
side-
from the actual Coney Island boardwalk. They do the sideshow there all summer, and brought them in, and we partnered them with Coney Island Burlesque and Burlesque on the beach, and so they brought some girls with them. There was some fire breathing.
We're going for weird, too. Anything
It's good,
weird.
but it's good. You got that whole range of stuff, and that's exactly what this place is. And Morgan said bleacher seating, but it's actually like theater seats. There's a comfortable back, and it's not
Oh
just...
no, they're nice, man.
Yeah,
It's nice.
it's
Yeah.
not it's not like just plastic bleacher seats.
Frankie, did you sit in those seats? You stood up in the bar because
That's
you
the
are a
best place.
raging alcoholic.
There's a great... These seats are great up here.
They are. They're my favorite
I
seats in the
tell-
house.
Keep it down. Don't bother the guests. Sorry.
I tell everyone the best seats are up here because you have a drink rail, you're right near the bar.
Or the balcony. The little balcony.
The little VIP balcony.
Yeah.
For the musical acts, have you had open floor yet?
We did.
did, our
opened
first
with
night.
that,
Fishbone.
We kind of
How
went
was it?
like all in on our first night, and we
Yeah.
had like our loudest, craziest band. We had Fishbone and Murphy's Law open for them, so we had 500 people in here, standing room, which looked completely different than it does
Yeah.
now. Like just having that much volume, but I mean, we handled it well. It was like really great for a first opening.
If you
very
check out
smoothly.
our Instagram at House of Independence, you can see some photos from that. It's great because if you look at those and then you look at pictures that are coming out from A Christmas Carol or Henry Rollins, and you see the difference in the space and just how
Yeah.
versatile it is.
It's
That's
a
what
cool
I think
space.
that's what I think is a real cool thing for people to see. It's like, wait, that's the same place. They're all in the, and that's what kind of what the attention grabber is, especially to get other acts in here. They'll be like, oh yeah, we could do that. Especially the stage goes from huge to small to whatever you want.
A place like this, right where it is on Cookman Avenue in downtown Asbury Park, it's like paramount. It's you couldn't ask for a lot of restaurants and bars on this street, right?
Yeah.
And you couldn't ask for anything better than to have for lack of a better term, a makerspace theater open up. I mean, you brought 500 people into the town to see a show. They're all going to go eat and drink,
yeah,
either
on a
before or
Tuesday.
after, right?
In
On a
Tuesday in
Tuesday.
November, which is like for Asbury.
It's great.
Yeah.
So the more stuff like this that happens, the more this city, comes back to life.
And this really, it is providing something that was missing in this city, and that is a place in the downtown to provide that thing. Right now there is a lot of restaurants, there is a lot of bars, so you get people that come in for dinner, and then they go somewhere else.
Yeah.
And then you have a whole other group of people that come in to drink. And here the hope is you get them in, they go to eat, they have a half hour to kill before coming to see a show, and next thing you know, they're in all these great shops that we have in town on Cookman here, and they're going into the art galleries, and all of a sudden all of the businesses down here start to thrive because there's
Correct.
people here to go to them,
I love it. It's a no-brainer.
especially in the off season.
It's funny too because when did I first meet you, Morgan? Like 2 years ago or
I
something?
think 2 years, yeah.
Yeah, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm living in Asbury now, and we're eventually trying to open up a space where the people could perform." And we were talking about
Yeah.
she was picking my brain about flash mobs and stuff like that, and we went lunch a couple times or whatever, and then I saw it started actually this place started
Yeah.
opening up and construction was going on in it, and I texted you. I was like, "Oh, I want to come check out the space." She's like, "Well, I'm here now. You can come now." So I came and checked it out, and I was like, "This is insane." And Dave was here. That's the first time I met Dave.
Yeah.
And then Dave, we had mutual friends, and then just happened to be like, I said, "What's going on here?" And you guys were like, "We got Henry Rollins, we got this, we got that." And then he said, "A Christmas Carol," and then I just figured at the time that it was already cast and everything, and then that's when I.
All right, sorry, I had to mute this microphone. So Frankie told me to mute you. You're dragging on.
Yeah, so lit. So anyway, I'm telling a story how I met them.
Yeah, I mean,
How I
go
met
ahead.
our
We got
guests.
all night. We have all night.
Did you met our guests before? You knew them before this?
No.
No, I'm telling you how I met them. Ass. Go to Henry Rollins.
So, guys, really, thank you so much for having us out. No, go ahead. Seriously.
All right. Well, you can't be muting me like I'm Dennis over here. But anyway, so so Morgan gave me your number, and I texted you. I was like, is Christmas Carol all booked, all cast or whatever? And Dave said they were having auditions. I couldn't make the audition, so I came in and read for Fred, and then I got it, and that was awesome. So that's how I met Dave. But I knew Morgan for about a year and a half, 2 years now.
Yeah.
But,
No, this actually, I mean, I was working on this like 2 years ago, which
Yeah.
is crazy. But my family's development company is in the downtown. So I always say about this space, usually people have like a business and a business plan, and then they find a space. We just knew that this space was meant to like bring people
That's awesome.
down here. So we had a space and not really so much of a concept. And so it was supposed to be like a movie theater, then it was just going to be live theater, but then we kind of were like, why don't we just put everything into one? And so then I think
And then I walked in.
and then I met Dave. What was it? We've known each other, for like a year
It
now?
is almost a year.
Wow.
Actually, Sal Jockey, who played Ebenezer Scrooge in our Christmas Carol musical, introduced me to his cousin Jen, who is a partner in the beer garden that's right behind us. And 2 days later, I met with Morgan out in front of the theater. That was January the 5th.
Whoa.
Wow.
January the
We're
5th.
going to have our
of-
anniversary soon.
It is.
Jeez.
There will be weeping. Yeah. And I mean, when I came in here, there was nothing in here.
Yeah.
It's so
It
cool
was
though
a
to
pretty
s-
empty space, and just if you look at what we've accomplished in under a year, this is pretty
Well,
impressive.
even in the last like 2 months, it's been like the most that, I mean,
Absolutely.
I think in like 4 months ago, it was still very barren here. And it kind of all came together like in the last 4 months.
Yeah, if you're listening to this on audio, you got to check out our YouTube channel and take a look at what it looks like, because the brick, the big long brick walls with the stage and the lights, it's awesome, and you're looking down onto the stage, which is kind of different.
And we obviously, like I said, I kind of came in here and the space was set up like this. But then once we started meeting with a lot of venues, I realized like how perfect it is that you walk in and it's
Yeah.
the bar. And so obviously you're pushing people here, and then you can kind of just see the stage and the performance from everywhere.
What was the space originally?
It was empty for a very long time. It used to be a department store. It
Oh,
actually
Steinbach's?
no, that's
that's
across the
across the
street.
street.
It was more like, I should know the name of it. It was kind of like a pharmacy department store. It actually L'd back into where the beer garden is, because we're actually right in the beer garden's on the other side of the
There's a
this wall.
tunnel from the dressing rooms.
Yeah. Did you use it?
I went in there.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
With who?
Your mom.
That's where you went? This is Derek D, everybody. He's a comedian. You can see him at derekd.com. You can check out all his social media, because that was hysterical.
I thought it was kind of funny.
Wow.
I just thought it was interesting that your mom came to the show and you didn't.
Yeah.
She probably did, man. She loves Derek. All right, so what is coming up? What is coming up next? I saw you making some art. You do the art, Dave, right?
I do. We had a great company out of New York called Matte Finish that gave us a nice little some branding and some really good-looking posters early on, and we've just sort of taken that and made it our own. And so what you saw me making before, we have this Wednesday a surf video premiere. A couple local guys made a video, and so we're going to do a premiere here, followed by some live music. They've got some food coming in. It's actually free to the public.
It's the first time that we'll be using our screen that's in the back with our projector, so we obviously have the capabilities to do that as well.
Yeah, and then we're going to shut down from Christmas Eve to reopen on New Year's Eve. We're going to finish some work that we have not finished yet and get our full certificate of occupancy. We're going to finish the marquee and some walls in here that still need some painting. And then we will kick back off 2016 on New Year's Eve. We're having a big New Year's Eve bash. Tickets go on sale today, and so they will have been on sale
For a long time.
Long time.
Yeah, New Year's, it's like
This is
way-
coming out after
Way
New Year's.
over.
So
Yeah.
you guys missed it. It
was- how was it,
fucking
though? What-
fantastic.
That was great. Derek,
Holy shit.
I actually attended that.
I was there too. You were there?
I was there.
I didn't see you.
Well, I was
All right.
there. I was standing behind your mom.
Ah, that's right. But my mom wasn't here though.
No, she was.
Oh,
She was in a tunnel. Too soon?
I was just backstage with your mom, so it's fine.
Jesus, really?
What is
Well,
happening?
there's showers back there. It was
I know.
interesting.
Yeah, no curtains either. Wait,
Oh,
so
Jesus.
besides, you're also gonna use the upstairs here for performances too, right? Like acoustic.
Yeah, we
sets
did a
and open
couple
mics.
things up here already. We did a comedy duo, a comedy song duo up here. sometimes we have DJs just come in and play.
We'll do a lot
open
of
as a
like
bar.
the idea is we can kind of double and triple book even Saturday, so we'll do a lot of late night stuff just in the bar area. But we're still kind of working through that right now too.
Yeah, I mean, you can't miss, man. You know, it's a great space. Like,
And when
just
that,
coming by.
yeah, when that marquee goes up, like, it's
Yeah.
like you're gonna see that, like,
Can we talk about that for a second? Let's just real talk.
Real talk.
I
on the
want to
marquee
fight
front.
every zoning officer, every contractor, every single person that has to do with a permit and build what is permitted.
So we'll censor ourselves here and talk
No,
about the
let's-
great city of Asbury
let's
Park.
not censor at all.
But
your marquee will be up before this episode.
To be
happens.
honest, though, the city was nice. I have a good
Why is the
relationship-
marquee not up? Because it was an inch too wide.
The marquee
no,
isn't
no,
up.
no, no.
Well, also because I changed it a lot.
And we needed what's called an easement agreement because the marquee does extend 6.5 feet from the building.
At 20 feet high.
I
So
mean, it's
if,
not
20
if
feet high.
Manute Bowl walks by,
Well, I'm just saying that, there is some possibility that maybe the city did want to build something hovering 7 feet in the air in front of our building. So we did have to get an easement agreement. We don't own those air rights above the sidewalk. So we did
Air
have to go
rights.
through that paperwork process.
and that's why they didn't let you put it up.
Well, we did try a little build at your own risk thing, and if it had not passed, we would have had to rip the whole thing out. But we were not right to do that. So
Also, in their defense, I
Don't defend
tried
them.
to.
They're criminals.
It's really hard to make a marquee look nice. I've realized that like they kind of all look, I don't know, with the the manual lettering and stuff like that. So I did change the design a lot, which you have to go back in front of the board.
Is it manual lettering?
Yeah.
well, that's like the old
I'm
school.
kidding.
But you got
It's like,
the,
is that the right terminology?
it's got like the lights. It's got like the lights, that go around it.
Oh, it's like red. It's not like you have to climb the ladder and put the letter
Yeah,
R. Up
yeah.
no,
there.
you
actually,
do.
you do.
Oh,
Have to
stop
climb.
it. This is over. Frankie, you did not tell me. Dennis, pack it up. What kind of operation are we working? Anyway, that's how I feel about it. I am very excited to see your marquee. I'm excited.
So are
to see
we.
it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, me
a lot
too.
of time, people have been walking by like not really knowing where this
You'd
is.
have,
Like,
you'd
Just
have
now.
no idea. Yeah.
Just
I
now when
know.
I was parking, there was a family people. They were looking over. They were looking at the signs. They were just looking, constantly looking up at it as if it was going to change from what it was right now. But people are interested in this place, and especially when that goes up, you'll exactly know what it is.
yeah, no. And
Yeah.
we're also going to get a blade sign that goes up on this building also.
Oh, the
So-
straight up?
Yes.
Yeah, it says the higher marquee.
Yeah.
It has such potential. It's only going to keep growing. But maybe one day we'll come in here and you'll hear this music playing through the loudspeakers.
That could be.
It's a little music we like to play. It's a little sexy. It can be sexy. Depends on your mood, Dave. I don't. To you, not sexy. Morgan, maybe sexy.
Yeah. I
Dave,
guess.
you, I think I met my nemesis.
Am I your nemesis? Am I your
Today.
new nemesis?
Yeah,
I'm totally down for that.
I feel like you work for the building department. In my eyes, you're a general contractor. You're a permit.
How about
a
this?
zoning officer.
How about this? I started a Sandy Relief charity.
Did you really?
That has rebuilt a lot of homes.
What was
on
it
the
called?
Jersey Shore. Rebuild Recover.
All right, thank you
Out of
for
Red
that,
Bank.
man. Thank you.
So we actually just today finished our final Sandy funding. Interestingly enough.
Ironically, the only people that did a good job was the state. The townships the state was great. The townships. Anyway, this is a game we like to play. It's called Top or Bottom. It's tailored to you. I'm going to read you two topics.
Okay.
We're going to round table it. If these two things were in a relationship, which one would be on the top? Which one would be on the bottom? We're going to start with you. Number one, top or bottom, snowboarding or surfing?
That's hard. Snowboarding top, surfing bottom.
Do you do either?
There's no wrong answer, Morgan. It's up to you.
It's not. It's not.
I
clear.
feel like they're equals. I don't know. Yeah, snowboarding top, surfing bottom.
You do you surf
No, I tried for the first time this summer.
here?
Yes.
It's tough. It's tough to surf in Jersey. It's not easy.
Yeah. No, I liked it. Actually, I had my friend was teaching me all summer, so it
Right.
was. I mean,
Do you
it was cool.
snowboard?
I don't snowboard.
Sometimes I wonder where these questions come from.
I figured you did both. That's why they were on the list.
No, I don't. Well, I used to snowboard.
No, not you,
Oh,
Morgan.
that's maybe Dave.
I do not snowboard. I'm not a huge fan of the cold. I have a really long driveway that I have to shovel snow out of. I'd rather not be sliding through it for enjoyment. Surfing, that's something I can get into. I used to do that, when I was a young lad, and So surfing for me, it'd be surfing on top, snowboarding on the bottom, in every sort of way.
Surfing's fun. I've done it. I don't do it. I was a bodyboarder more when I was younger.
Oh,
but,
you know what? That's so like you.
Do you know they call those dick draggers? I
Right?
don't know if I can say
A
that.
foam-
on the
you can say
PBR
dick
podcast.
dragger,
No,
dick
they-
dragger, foam
they call them
rider,
spongers.
sponge boarder.
Spongers. But no,
you were in
I
a
snowboard.
boy band. You were a Slim Shady. You sing on the boardwalk. You were in freaking Christmas Carol, and you rode a boogie board. Jesus Christ, what did I get myself into? I want out. All right, I'm back. I'm
Mike's
back
just
in.
bitter. Mike, you're just bitter.
Sometimes it's fun when I get in these moods. No.
Yeah, no, you're a dick. No, the snowboarding on top, surfing on bottom. But I love the beach, but I'm a snowboarder, and I look forward to going a lot this season. Snowboarding on top.
Oh.
Actually, I just got asked to host an event, a snowboarding competition in the Poconos.
DerekD.com, everybody.
DerekD.com. That's right.
Surfing on top. I snowboard. I started snowboarding.
I'm way better than him.
I stopped quickly. I did it for a couple years. I'm old now, man. I'm 40. Like when you fall on a snowboard, you fall. You know what I mean? Like I grew up skiing. You know, and plus on the East Coast, it's pure ice. It's like Dave's driveway.
You gotta go. Yeah,
I'm just not into anything that has to do with cold.
Cold, man. I'm over it, right?
Usually, once you start on the mountain, though, unless it's like a freezing day, you're warm. You're warmed up and you're moving around.
No, you know what's warm? Staying in my bed with my girlfriend.
Or the lodge and having a beer.
No, I don't mind a lodge, but that's not the question, right? If I said lodge or beach, I'd see where you're going with that, but
I already answered, so you keep going, douche.
surfing's on top. Number 2, top or bottom, Derek as a stand-up
Oh,
or Derek as an actor.
I don't know if there's ever.
Oh, I actually
Well,
saw
I-
you do stand up at the Saint.
Oh, that's right. You
Yeah.
were there. Yeah.
I would say.
Oh, that was you.
I would say.
You being the only person.
That was like
At
all
the
new
Saint.
material, which I'd never even done.
That's
so.
when we shot the little sizzle room.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's right. That's right.
I don't know. I would say that I'm used to I don't know, as a comedian, but you did so well at the Christmas Carol. Why is it like so hard for me to pick one or the other?
It's okay, either one. Either way.
Are
I
you
think-
really asking why it's hard for you to pick something? This is a girl who pinned like 75 different things.
I did.
Trying to choose faucets for the bathroom.
And doorknobs, like on Pinterest, but I
Either
would
way, it's
say
a compliment. No worries.
I would have to say you as an actor just because you were just acting here. Yeah.
At where?
House of
At the House
Independence.
of
The House of
Independence.
Independence, right here. Yeah.
With an E. Dave?
I would have to say Derek would be on top as an actor, and his comedy would be on the bottom. I have not seen his stand-up. I have seen him perform as an actor. He put in the work for it. I'm gonna be good about it. I really want to say some like nasty
Right, like
shit.
if Derek could be on top of anybody, it would be Derek. So either way, you answer the question, right? Derek,
and if anybody could be under Derek, it would be Derek.
it would be Derek.
Oh, come on.
you
now.
can't lose it.
What are we saying here?
Do you want to answer the question? I mean, it's kind of weird, right?
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
I think you should answer it anyway.
Derek on top, Derek on the bottom. No, I mean, I love the core of stand-up is always like, I guess, when you do stand-up and you're on a stage and you get like a standing ovation or whatever for my one-man show, I mean, that was a crazy feeling. But I mean, acting is a love of mine too. So on stage, I don't know. I like them both.
I'm staring at you, trying to like, how am I going to answer this question?
I don't know, man.
What would you consider Fastlane Daily? I mean, because you're. I don't want to call it acting, but you're scripted.
Yeah, we do bits and but I do a lot of improv too.
I would think that's acting, though. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
it's more
all part of
towards-
acting. Because
Yeah.
stand-up, you're sort of out there by yourself. Acting, you've got, there's other people relying on you.
Yeah, it's more towards acting.
Oh Jesus! Would you guys agree with me that Derek is the white Kevin Hart?
I can see that.
I'll take that as a compliment.
It's a 100% a compliment, man. I didn't mean it as. You just remind me. Your stand-up, you remind me of Kevin Hart. You walk a lot. You're
Oh
moving.
yeah, I do move.
You move like Kevin.
Wow, even at the Saint, you picked up on
Were
that?
you like the same height?
I'm taller than him, actually.
Are you?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Derek D acting. Derek D acting.
All right, I'll take it. Thanks, guys.
Top or bottom, number 3. Working with the talent or catering to the customer.
Well, the problem is that I've had to be working with the customers because I've been doing the ticketing and up here, and Dave has been doing all working with the talent. I probably would rather work with the talent and not be working with the customers up here. I would say working with talent on top, customers on bottom.
Wow, that's It's like unexpected, right? Because you can't. There's not one without the other.
But to be honest, we haven't had. I'm not saying that like working with the customers have been bad. We've actually only been getting praise. We haven't really had that many complaints or.
One
Like
guy
annoying-
complained about our customer service.
Really?
One.
Like the bartender?
One guy.
What did he say?
Complained about our customer service.
Has that been the only like grievance so far?
Yeah, and he like praised the place and then complained about our customer service. And so I very customer servicely immediately responded to his review, giving him the opportunity to reach out to me to discuss his
Oh, it was online. He did it
experiences
online.
on the Facebooks. And he gave us a 3-star review, praised the place, and then ripped our customer service. And so I immediately responded and said, feel free to reach out to me. I'm always here. Nobody's brought anything to my attention. Like, I hate that. Like, if you're in here and you have a problem, we're here.
Yeah.
Like, say something.
What was the problem? you
No
remember?
idea.
He just said
Has not
bad
reached out. He's not reached out to me. He said that he wished that we put as much thought into our customer service as we had put into the audio and the look of and design of the place and how much he likes it, but that he's fed up with the customer service.
How bad do
already.
you just want to respond to that and be like, you're an asshole?
We've actually
Well,
had nothing-
I think he probably is an asshole.
Yeah.
Because I gave him now what I would consider every opportunity, a direct comment back to him to reach out and fix the problem. And he has not reached out, and it's been
That was
over
only
a week.
one person, though. We've been actually getting great feedback on our customer service. We actually are the same hospitality group as the beer garden, so our bartenders and a lot of like our barbacks and everything are the same employees. So they've actually worked
Oh, do
together.
they work
for,
at Beer Garden too?
Yeah,
do,
That's,
yeah.
that's why I read
they look
Yeah.
familiar.
those.
In the guy's defense that wrote the review, because I kind of happen to know who it was. He's a little busy right now to reach out to you. He's running for president right now. I mean, Donald, why did you write that review?
Let me tell you guys something. This place, it's a dump. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have the most beautiful theater right down the street. It's gonna be called.
I mean, what's it gonna be called?
Trumpetporium.
The Trump Emporium. That's really Donald. Donald, were you here? What show were you here to see?
Came to see a Christmas Carol. It's
Oh, you
fantastic.
did. How
Yeah.
was Derek in it?
Fantastic. This guy, aces.
Really, really
Yeah.
good shit.
Me and my wife, forgot her name, some Russian broad. We were here. It was
Was it huge?
it was huge. I feel bad for the guy behind me. My hair up top looked great. Everyone behind me couldn't see the show. It's fine.
I mean,
I saw it.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe like you make that statement on Facebook. You don't respond to it because you're running for president. Maybe you
Listen,
could have a friend run. Like,
Dave's an assoul.
Dave,
I don't care what he
Dave
said.
is an asshole. We've established that earlier in the show. But maybe you could have a friend write your review. I don't know. Pick a friend. Arnold? Could Arnold write the review?
I could write the review. Of course I could write the review. Yes, everything's excellent. Especially the Christmas with the show.
You don't know anything about Christmas, Arnold.
Ah.
I even forget what the top or bottom question was. Is it your turn, Derek?
No, it's Dave's.
It's my turn.
What was it?
Talent versus customer.
Talent,
Yeah.
I mean, I put the talent on top, customers on the bottom, but I think they roll around with each other. They have a good time. It's all important.
Yeah, I was I don't know. I agree. Town on top, customer. I don't know. Customer's always right, isn't that?
I guess so.
Yeah, but the customers aren't coming here without the talent. Let's be honest.
Yeah, so I guess town. Yeah, town on top, customers. On the
I'm
bottom.
trying to relate it to like the podcast. Like my major thing that I love about the podcast is this right here, the interaction. Like we've never met. This is the first time. Well, we've met, but
Yeah.
we've never had to sit down and have an hour-long conversation. And I love that. It opens doors for amazing conversation. But I also love the interaction with the listener, which I would make, I guess your customer, right? So it's tough. Who you
Yeah.
put on top? I'm gonna put the customer on top. Right? I kind of dig that,
Yeah,
right?
you could do. I mean, you could do whatever you want.
Even when they're fighting on social media about who's got the nicer hat. Top or bottom, number 4, dinner and a show, or fireplace and football.
Oh, dinner and a show,
Yeah,
of course.
Dinner and a show all day.
yeah.
dinner and
every
a
day.
show, especially if it's like not even 5 minutes from where you live, right? I would go with that.
4 minutes and Christmassy and
Oh, and even say Sunday football. We're saying football. That's just on Sunday. But if you could see the show on a non-Sunday because it's available.
like a Friday,
like a Friday
or a Saturday matinee.
Or a Thursday.
There was football on Saturday this time of year. Thursday night football. There's Saturday football. and
What
there's
were you
Sunday
doing
football.
on Friday night?
Shit, man.
Friday and Saturday.
Canadian. Actually, the Rangers.
Friday night and
the Rangers
Saturday.
were on Friday. Yeah.
No, I'll just give you a shovel.
Am I the only one? I'm going to say fireplace and some football. Top or bottom, number 5, mainstream popularity or obscure independence?
Oh, obscure independent. That's kind of, I mean, we're a house of independence. We're trying to do stuff that's different. So, of course, top.
I think obscure independence offers you some freedom and some fun that mainstream doesn't really give you.
And also, it's Asbury Park. I feel like people like the
Sort of what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's kind of has that. I just like I would say
Keep it weird.
directly relating to this venue. I would say obscure independence, peppered in with like Henry Rollins is kind of an independent guy, like kind of but
Absolutely.
he's also known.
Yeah, alternative forms.
Yeah. So I would definitely go with that. And mainstream. When you say mainstream, it's like what are you even referring to?
I love how you just said that, Captain Mainstream. Like, we lost this Sunday by a point.
Well, that's how I refer to the Giants, and we did lose.
You know?
Sure did.
Yeah, I don't think anybody digs the mainstream. Well, I shouldn't say that. People around here, ironically, don't dig the mainstream, but they are mainstream. You know what I mean? But that's
Are you saying that
hipsters are completely mainstream and they want to.
hipsters are now the anti-hipsters?
Yeah, it's so brutal with their beards. You know what I mean? It's like, stop. You all look alike. That is mainstream, which I'm totally fine with. Like, I'm down. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, you just be yourself, dude. I like the odd and crazy.
Yeah.
And Asbury Park is always, like you said, has always kind of been that way, even in the 50s when it was, like seriously on top.
And it's only coming. I mean, it's just getting bigger and bigger. It's crazy how many people are now living here. Like,
Did you see we were named number 10 in travel and leisure for the top places to visit in 2016 in the world?
Right. I think
That's
that's great.
insane.
And you were saying, we had this conversation off the air, and it was like number 2.
Yeah, Yahoo, the experts who travel or something, they said.
And I want to point something out because, again, social media can be a devil, right? And people will make comments like, there was a shooting in Asbury Park. 2 people shot each other a couple days ago. I want to point something out. I don't care where you are in the world. When you go to the, quote unquote, the other side of the tracks, people are getting shot. And I use the example. I was out in L.A. When the Rangers won a cup against the Kings, and we drove through Beverly Hills. And when you drive out of Beverly Hills, people are getting shot. You know what I mean? And that's like one of the most 90210, the most sought after zip codes in the world. And people are getting shot. So don't let that deter you because that's not happening where we are. And it's not happening in like normal areas where people are just living.
yeah, there's always like
Right?
the bad side of town and the good side of town. This is kind of like what this is turning into. Like the street we're on, Cookman Ave and Ocean Ave, is kind of like the Strip. Like there's kind of this is kind of turning into the Strip that
Yeah.
everyone goes to. Not kind of, it is.
Exactly.
Yeah, I just don't want the negative bullshit to overtake what's really happening.
It's really neat because I look at it and like you have people all over the world and people coming in from New York and people writing about this all over the world about coming to Asbury Park and they see what it is now.
Right.
The only people that you hear the negative stuff from are people that have lived in Monmouth and Ocean County.
Yeah.
Through
Right.
the tough times. And it's those people that really need to come down here to Asbury Park
I agree
and
with
see
you,
the
man.
difference.
I agree with you.
And also, we don't want to, obviously, there are bad things that are happening on the West Side, but I think that if we can create programs and kind of good things can come out of the development that's happening down here, like we have John Liedersdorf has great music programs for the kids over there. You have Interfaith
That's
Neighbors,
at Lake House
at
Music
Lake House.
Academy around the
So I
corner.
mean, I don't want to say like everything's great and like it's
It's-
all, but
No, yeah,
there
but
are programs.
There are,
that-
and
yeah.
if you vote Trump, right, Dom, what will you do? Right down the tracks. You'll do what?
Gonna build a huge casino.
No, not a casino.
A Trump
You're
emporium.
gonna build a wall.
A wall. Everything. It's
gonna
all
be
getting
huge.
built in Asbury Park. The wall is just gonna be made of wigs.
Oh,
Wall wigs. Wigs of walls.
No,
be
the
fantastic.
programs are good. I'm sorry I brought Donald
No,
back.
but I would say that like down here, I live in the downtown. I never feel unsafe.
I'm sorry. You want to give your address for everybody?
It's right across the street from the House of Independence.
And the cool thing is too, like right directly across the street from this place is
Yeah.
a restaurant called the Asbury Ale House, which was called something else before, and this wasn't working because Asbury needed a sports bar.
Yeah.
And now it has like a legit sports. The drink prices are great, the food's good, and there's like 50 TVs.
No, it's awesome, man. Like if you haven't been here, you need to come down here and feel safe because listen, man, I grew up here. I know what it was like on Cookman Avenue in the '80s, and this is not it. You know what I mean? Like this is great.
Yeah. And all we do really now is like me and my buddies, like when we go out locally, we come here.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Belmar we still go out in the summer, but not so much in the winter.
And this particular, like, I think the beer garden has just kind of put the downtown like on a different level. It's just in the last year, there's just so many new things
Porta,
coming
the beer
in.
garden, you guys, like
Yeah.
it's all
Yeah.
it's big.
And there's all these like just like kind of very similar to the city. There's these little like eateries popping up and stuff like that. That the little mom and pop shops, and it's all good food. It's good quality like materials, whatever.
Also, it's like to see what in the next 5 years what's gonna happen. 5 years, what's gonna happen. Like I started doing all the development on the board or right behind the boardwalk and then Madison Marquette. So it's like everyone's kind of doing it together.
If
so
if they implode another building in that C8 spot, I'm gonna fight the zoning officers. I'm gonna blame the zoning officers. This time, I think it's gonna happen though. This will be the third one. Sorry.
Oh, in the big tower that they're building.
Well, they blew up the one tower in the late '90s, and then they imploded that to build the Wind and the Wave, which failed.
Yeah.
Which is standing there now, and now they're redoing it into a boutique hotel and some condos, which is going to be awesome.
Well, there's going to be
Yeah.
there's going to be the boutique hotel next to it, and then I think the tower will also have like a hotel in it as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to be great, right? And then the other hotel they're building behind the fast lane.
Well, the
Really?
fast lane
Asbury
is no more. That's
I'm
they
sorry,
knocked
not
that
fast
down,
lane, the
but
short
behind
Asbury
Asbury
lanes,
lanes. And that's getting some sort of refurbish. Nobody really knows what that means.
It's
we'll
a
see
bowling
if
alley, right? I mean,
yeah, well, but I mean, Asbury Lanes was so much more than that. We're trying to give some of those people that were loyal to the lanes a home to go to here. They had some great programming there, sort of an iconic venue that it became in a very short period of time. And now, who knows, like, you scrub it up and I think it's going to lose some of the charm of it, but like hopefully it comes back and hopefully it is as great as it used to be.
Yeah. So the whole waterfront is, I mean, in the next 5 years, and then down here, I mean, even my family's development company has like 5 more development sites right in the downtown.
more condos.
Yeah.
Sweet.
We also, but
There's other stuff too. There's some
I
other
shouldn't say
other
just-
big things coming.
We actually are restoring an 850 seat venue that's literally a block from here. It's an old vaudeville theater. It's called the Savoy. So that's about 18 months out. So that'll be another entertainment
Where is it?
venue. It's like no
It's
one
right
ever.
up the street on Madison Avenue, right behind Johnny Mac's.
Oh yeah.
So it's kind of this great
Across
building.
on Bond Street.
No, it's on Madison.
Oh, it's on Madison behind
Yeah.
you. Next
It
to
is the
next to Merrimack?
Kinmouth building. Next to
Where-
where what currently is Mary Mac's.
Yeah, Olay.
right behind that.
That's
And,
a big like.
It's a
theater?
huge building. It's the tallest building on Madison Avenue, and inside of it is an abandoned 850 seat.
There's so
vaudeville
much
theater.
cool shit in this town that you
I didn't
don't
realize
even know,
that was.
man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Stuff that's been boarded up and just collecting dust for a long time. It's awesome.
And then right around the corner from us, that Morgan is involved in, is the Asbury Park Distilling Company.
So that, hopefully in 6 months we'll see. We haven't got construction permits yet, so.
Oh, really? That's a shocker.
But yeah, we're gonna.
So whiskey and gin, whiskey and gin.
So we're putting that together now. So that's actually going to be in the same building as the beer garden. It's a separate license, so you'll be able to see down into it. But it's going to be the first whiskey distillery in Jersey since Prohibition. So that's another kind of just thing adding to the downtown.
Where's our brewery, man? And don't tell me Dark City or whatever. It's on the wrong side of town. Where is our brewery downtown? Why has it not happened yet?
Well,
There are two
there-
breweries.
yeah.
There's also Asbury Park Brewery.
Where?
About 2 blocks away from Dark City Brewing
Oh
Company.
well, come on, man. It's on the wrong side of town. I had a friend who. I'm sorry. It's not there yet, man. It's like, like
It'll get there.
It-
It's these types of things that are going to bring it there, and hopefully the
Main
Saint
Street
keeps
is pretty
rolling.
like they're developing a lot on Main Street right now. It's not really
who's
know.
they?
just people.
No.
Is it Johnny? All the stuff that's going on at Johnny Mac's is like, are they?
He is creating the ultimate Irish pub mecca.
Yeah.
down there.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
doing some cool stuff, interesting.
He
things.
calls it a beer garden, but I say it's an Irish village. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's-
it's kind of like. Wasn't there gonna be like some bridge like from one building to
Well,
the
they
other?
put up a tin roof up there somewhere. You can see it from the road. So I don't know if that's like a mini beer garden deck he's got going on upstairs, but it's there. It's built.
It's crazy.
Every time it's really weird what he does. Like whoever is doing his construction is the guy that I needed to do my house. You know what I mean? Because like they'll open a bar, they'll be working all day, and they're like the bar's gone and everything's gone, and then like 5 o'clock will hit and it's an operating bar.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, where did everything come from? Where did you put it? And you're working again the next
It's
day.
like,
It's like what is he
Disney
doing?
World for drunken Irishmen. over
Yeah,
there.
Yeah, it
What
really
goes
is.
on? It's different every time you go there.
They built those two huge bars outside now with like, it's a roof, but it's outside. You know what I'm talking? Like,
yeah.
are these permanent? I thought there was gonna be like.
There's supposed to be an actual like building in between. I think that's just temporary to obviously have more people drink. But
Yeah.
That big outdoor bar is temporary.
yes,
See,
because
that's
it's-
what blows
That's
my
what's
mind. That's
crazy.
like a sick structure.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
looks like a pagoda from a Bruce Lee movie where he fights the
That's what. Yeah, those
Kareem
are what I'm talking about.
Abdul-Jabbar.
It does
Right?
Kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a game of death. Shit
The
going
Savoy
on.
Theater, actually, there's like an alleyway that it
I used to
floods-
walk through that.
Yes, so that is behind the Savoy. So you'll be actually be able to leave the theater and then either go
And
into
go through
Johnny
a dark
Mac's.
alley. That's awesome.
We're gonna make it look nice.
Sweet. I used to walk from Bond Street to Johnny Mac's before they closed that off.
I think they used to call it the Rape Alley or something like that.
Hopefully, yeah, it's not called that anymore. Jeez.
All right, let's play a little game. You want to play a little game? You
play
got
a
time?
game.
You got time to play a little game?
We're here, man.
All right,
Let's
all
do
right.
it.
Play a little game. It's called What's in the Box?
Oh, what's in a?
I think Jarek D put a little something in this box.
I did.
He's going to read us. I bet you're not prepared.
I'm not prepared.
Okay, he's going to give us a hint as to what's in the box. We are all going to get to ask a question based on his hint. There'll be 3 rounds of that. At the end of 3 rounds, we will guess and or write down what we think is in the box. Whoever guesses what's in the box will get to keep it.
Sure.
I have to yell it. I'm sorry. I can't say it and not yell it. You ready to go?
Yeah.
All right, give us your hint. So it's a hint and 3 clues.
Wait, I'm doing a hint first and then a clue at the
I
same
think that's
time?
how it's played.
Yeah, brief description. Okay, yeah, so this is something that Mike hasn't used in a while, probably.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Is it something you use on your hair?
Are we supposed to be asking questions?
Yeah, I mean, my first question.
You're
You're
be.
You're so see-through.
It could be.
Ugh. Morgan.
I said you haven't used it in a while.
Transparent. Well, I've been bald a long time.
Yeah, but it could be anything. You used it in a while.
You're an anti-bald nut. I get it.
All right, so something that okay.
It's supposed
Is
to
it-
be a vague hint first. So you're
Does
just
it have something to do with hair?
Yes.
This is getting very easy.
Yeah, this is kind of like this game that you played in this musical called A Christmas Carol that you did here at the House of Independence
Yeah, which was great.
in Asbury Park.
Filled the place a few nights. Yeah, sure.
Um,
Mike wasn't one of them.
oh, yeah. Just realized that.
That should have been.
So,
I mean, let's really pinpoint this. I think we can pretty much guess exactly what it is
Well,
if our questioning is accurate.
yeah, I'm just trying to. So it has to do with hair.
Did you see, while Dave was thinking, did you see the picture of you on the brony towels?
yes. It's hilarious.
We need to have more of that. Someone threw eggs at you today, too, as well.
Yeah, I can't keep track.
Does this have to do with sculpting one's hair?
Yes. Yes and no.
All right.
All right, give us a hint.
Yes and no. It's
It's so much better when you prepare. You prepared for
I-
Christmas
I
Carol?
had a very long day.
Did
Yes.
you prepare for Christmas Carol?
Yeah.
And you're coming in soft on this, man.
I just came right back from the city. I haven't had time to.
Did you prepare for Fastlane Daily today?
Of course I did.
Okay.
It is. It's. I'm trying to think what I could say that I give it exactly what it is. Away. Probably they used it in the 50s.
Okay, so it's definitely used for your hair. You said, is it used for sculpting hair? And he was kind of questionable on all of those answers. So is it a liquid?
No.
Okay.
Is it some sort of tool?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we're narrowing it down.
A tool for one's hair.
Well, that's
So,
what you would.
yeah.
You would, that's from the.
I mean, I just kind of want to guess what it is.
Not
but
yet, not
we
yet.
really-
Come
we
on,
just
narrow
need
it
to-
down, buddy. Narrow it down. You can do it. I mean, there's some obvious ones now. We know it's a tool, so.
Is it something that you hold in your hand?
Yes, it is.
All right. Let's go ahead, D. Give us a hint.
It's not. It wouldn't be used for very. It's probably smaller than you think it is.
All right. Is this item used to cut?
No.
Okay.
Smaller than we think it is. Is it something you use on yourself?
Yeah, or others.
Ugh, that's not a good question.
You could use both. I mean, you could use it on yourself or others.
This
Dave?
item sucks, whatever it is.
Come on. I think I got it narrowed down at this point, but I'm usually wrong.
You got to get exactly what it is. Though,
I'm
'cause
pretty
it could
sure
be
I know
a
what it
couple
is.
different options there.
Well, that's how I'm
Yeah.
feeling about
It's
it.
a
and
hair
I'm trying
product.
I'm trying to figure out what
Exactly.
question is to narrow that down.
Well, let's just recap. It's a hair product. It's not liquid. It is something you hold in your hand. It's probably smaller than you
It's a
think.
tool.
And we do not. It's a tool, and you don't cut with it. So that takes out
Right.
Scissors.
all of that, right?
No
So
scissors.
Could it hurt using it?
I guess it could. If you push down really hard.
oh Jesus Christ! What's your last? Give us one more clue.
It's got different sized teeth.
Yeah. Okay. Is it black?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Is it mostly used by men?
Well,
I think. Yeah, probably.
you don't know what it is yet.
I don't really.
Oh,
That's
come
probably. I mean,
on. Oh, I'm gonna win it. I don't even need it. You can borrow it.
Like a razor?
Whoa, you're not. Oh,
Oh,
shut up!
sorry.
It's not short. Anyway.
no, he would use that.
Dave.
And
I feel like I'm so close to this camera today.
can you hold the entire thing in one hand?
Depends on your ethnicity.
Yeah, it depends how big your hand is, but generally.
All right, so do we need to write it down?
No,
we
no,
don't, all right, we don't need to write it down. What do we do it on? We go around in a circle on the count of 3? How do you want to do it, Frank? Around in a circle?
Wait, do you know what it is?
Do you want me to just tell you what it is? I'm pretty sure I
Yeah,
know what it is.
I kinda
You know what? I know what it is. I'm almost positive, so you guess first. So I can hear your wrong answer.
It's black?
Yeah. Dave, you know what it is?
I've like a couple things in my head that it could be. I feel like he's throwing me off a little bit.
Give us a guess, Morgan.
I don't know. Wait, I can't think of it.
Nothing?
Come on.
I don't know.
How do you,
I
that's
was
your
like
answer.
a razor. What do you use on your hair? A brush?
Okay, she
No.
says a brush. Don't say yes or no yet.
no, maybe.
Dave?
A comb?
See, it's either a comb or it's a pick.
It's not a pick because he said it had different sized prongs. So I bet if I were to open this, it would be a black comb with skinny prongs and then bigger fat prongs on the end. Am I right? Yahtzee! There you go.
There you go. Look at you.
And I get to keep it. What's in the box? I finally
What's in
win
the
it. It
box?
sucks.
Yeah.
The one time I win the game.
I'm glad you won it because you can use it. show the people. Yeah. Comb. There you go.
Where did you get comb?
7-Eleven. It's a good comb.
That's some shit, right, Morgan?
Who actually uses combs?
Nobody. People that have hair like that.
I use a comb, but it's bigger than this.
Your
And
comb
and
has
I
a
use it
handle.
to brush.
That's why I was asking if you could
Yeah.
hold it in one hand, because that you could put in your hand.
Yeah, exactly.
If I would have said to you, does it sit in a glass container with blue liquid in it? Would you have gotten it?
Oh, yeah.
You would have gotten it. Because
Yeah.
at a hair salon, it's different, right?
I
So
probably
you're just saying that Derek was giving shitty clues.
No, I'm just saying as a woman, they would be different clues than what you and I. She was at a disadvantage because she had two dudes asking dude questions. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
I should have.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have started off with Mike hasn't used it in a while.
Yeah, dick.
But I figured that could have been anything.
I guess so. When is the last time you've heard this sound?
Like 15 years ago,
What's it remind you of?
AOL signing on to like your screen name.
Do you remember what your AOL Instant Messenger screen name
Yes, it was.
was?
I
David,
did.
do you
Don't say it.
remember?
Of course I did.
Oh boy. Okay, Derek, listen, I'm changing up the game. It's not even about us playing against each other. It's just about you nailing it. All right. So, Derek
still
D,
gotta guess, though.
Derek D is amazing at this. He's going to tell you what your AOL Instant Messenger
Nah,
screen
he's
name
not
was.
going to be able to do it.
You don't think
I
so?
don't
No,
think you'll
absolutely
be able
not.
to get mine either.
I've guessed two of them. I've literally without doing any research. Look it up. I've guessed two people's actual names. One almost the number two that came after. it.
Because everyone has a number at the end of their.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. All right. You ready? I think you could do it, man.
I don't know. It's too much pressure. I mean, that's a. So, did you had AOL? Like, there's AIM, and then there was AOL. Remember America Online when it was.
Yeah, same
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. Well, AIM was just the buddy list. AOL was all the
Yeah,
other
but
stuff.
if you had AOL, then it was just
Yeah,
your
it was the
screen
same.
name went to.
Morgan, you played sports, right?
Yeah,
What sports you play?
soccer, but it had nothing. It doesn't
Oh,
have anything to do
stop.
with it.
Okay, you weren't supposed to give me any
Don't
clues.
help him.
It's like, it's probably like something with Mo, like Mo Man,
Mo
Sackman?
Sacks. I'm thinking Mo Sacks 16. I'm helping you out. It's Mo Sacks 16.
Can I give you a clue?
Sure.
Sure.
So my family used to call me Morgie. So then they used to call me Gee. So it starts off like that.
Oh, so it's probably like
Geesax?
geese.
Geesax 16.
Geeman?
I'm staying with 16. I don't know why 16, but it just stuck in my head.
Gee girl. It's gee girl, like gee
I guess
chick.
it's hard. It's,
What was
do
it?
you want me to tell you?
Yeah, tell us.
It Gino 11
Ah.
That's close.
because
Yeah,
I think
that-
I made it when I was 11 years old.
See, that's a real tough one to get because usually you got name or what they do, what they like. Yeah, that'd be a
Yeah.
tough
Yeah.
one. Gino 11.
Dave, I'll throw a little guess.
Yeah, that's
It's probably like I
never
love
gonna
this.
happen.
I love zoning departments 93. I don't know. Derek, what do you think it is?
Your last name's Cruse, which is cool. So it's probably like D Cruiser or
Nah, see,
No, don't say it, don't
because
say it.
I have an older brother and he was the cruiser.
Oh,
his name was
shit.
Cruiser or something.
Yeah,
that's
still is.
Close. It was like Dave. It was like
No, nothing to do with my name.
oh, then it was
It's painful.
Yeah,
man.
never.
Yeah, I think
It'll
so.
never
What
happen.
was it? What was it?
It's actually an Italian thing, and it came from Joe Manella from A Christmas Carol. And when I was growing up, I'm a huge baseball fan. It's like I still am. And Ricky Henderson was my favorite ball player, so he was number 24. And when I met Joe, was right around that AOL time.
Joe
And,
Manella?
yeah, and so it was Minkia, 24.
Oh, nice. There you
Ah.
go.
interesting.
Yeah. So the year is 2050, and you're sitting back in your reclining armchair. What does your industry look like then?
You mean?
I mean, Dave's worked in theater.
No,
I've been
like,
doing this a long time.
Dave has a tie-in with the Tenderloins too, because
Yeah, we
work
talked
with
about it
Sal.
earlier. So, but you know, from when you did their shows early on to now, this industry is completely different. So
Like theater, you mean?
Sure. You know what we're sitting in right now. I mean, just the whole idea of a makerspace theater is
I don't necessarily.
revolutionary.
I don't necessarily think that's true.
You don't?
No, I think that that things come back around. I certainly think that technologically there is so much more that we can do, at an affordable price and things like that now as compared to, 20 years ago. But I think that especially in the 1970s and early 80s, there was a lot of experimental spaces where you could do multiple things. I think that we sort of got away from that from the mid 80s through the 90s, where we had what was called the British Invasion on Broadway, which was like Les Miserables, Phantom of the Opera, and everything became this big spectacle of a musical. And that's what people sort of look at right now as what theater is. And I think that now there's this movement to come back to realism or like really avant-garde weird things. I think people are more open to it again, and so I think you're seeing this type of space come back around. And things like immersive theater, like stuff that they used to do back in the 60s and 70s, which is now these are the most popular things. If you think like Sleep No More in New York, which was a really immersive piece of theater, and I think that I think theater rides a wave. Music industry is certainly a lot different. With the record industry dying, and artists don't really make money off of selling albums anymore. They make money off of touring and playing live. So you have music is at a higher cost right now, to see it live and to bring it in to perform live. So I don't know, I'm hoping that like we're seeing a resurgence now in vinyl. They have to be making money off of vinyl. So maybe there's going to be some sort of, flip back in that. Everybody seems to think that won't happen. But then you have people, we talk about mainstream, like people like Taylor Swift, that are actually standing up and being advocates for, don't give away, the streaming stuff and all that kind of stuff. Like that.
She's against that?
I believe so.
She did like a big.
I think she's against like
I don't think she's
free
on
source
Spotify
music.
or anything.
Like people, and I agree with it to a point. Like if you want to listen to free music, turn the radio on. Like if you want to own music that you can listen to whenever you want to listen to it, buy the fucking music. Like like what is this? Like people are spending their lives, dedicating their lives to making this. Buy it. I used to ride my bike. It used to be like a 12-mile bike ride to get to
the CD store,
to get to the
Vintage
CD,
vinyl, right?
To get to the CD store and buy CDs, and we would go. Every time we got paid, every 2 weeks. We were 16 years old, and we would ride, and we would go buy like 4 or 5 CDs. I mean, that was the grunge era, and it was like music sort of came back in a new, different way.
I don't know if I like agree with that though, in the sense that I feel like I could be wrong. Usually am. But I don't feel like any artist ever got rich off of album sales. Right? They make all of their money off of touring. So arguably
The Beatles.
Okay, that's one.
The Beatles would never toured. They played a few shows.
They're the exception, right? I mean, they're probably your huge artists, but if you're like you're struggling to get your name out there, and you're on these.
Yeah, but I think you're talking about a different level. Like if you're a local artist and you're trying to get out there and get people to know you, then yeah, go play a show for free. Go give your album away. But when you get to a level where people know who you are and there's a demand to see
just pull your information offline.
No, I don't think that's the case at all. But I do think that it gets to a certain point where when you're a local musician trying to make it. In the industry, I think you beg, borrow, steal, you do whatever you have to do to get heard. And I think that part of the problem right now is that you are able, it's the good and the bad, it's the same thing. You're able to put your music out there very easily, but how do you find an audience among all of the millions and millions of people that are able to do the same exact thing as you?
Yeah.
And I think that the record industry dying has certainly opened doors to people who would never have the opportunity to be able to put themselves out there. But I also think it's killed that middle ground. There's no, like, you're either unknown or you're famous. And I mean, in this world of, it's I think it's reduced from 15 minutes of fame to 5 minutes of fame now. It's everybody's famous for 5 minutes. It's ridiculous.
You don't subscribe to the cream will always rise to the top?
Well, I think talent's talent, I think, and eventually, well, actually, yeah. I mean, there's so many talented people out there that and aren't big, and there's so many
Are you
non-talented.
going to bring up
people.
PewDiePie?
No, jeez, why would you? No, he's terrible.
But he's the most successful YouTuber
Yeah.
in the world.
But if you look at somebody like coming up January 9th at House of Independence, we have Puddles Pity Party. And Puddles is a, 6'7" or something like that, sad clown with a gorgeous singing voice. And he's got famous on YouTube performing with Postmodern Jukebox. Now, Puddles has found himself a gimmick.
Right.
Here's a guy who was born awkwardly tall. He's got a great voice, but he's not this like Michael Bublé looking guy who, with that kind of voice that's gonna get famous because he looks good. He has the whole package. So he had to come up with a gimmick to get his voice heard. So there you have that. I think YouTube is it's a strange, bizarre world,
Yeah,
as
it
we
is,
all
man.
know.
Yeah.
And you certainly have people that are finding their way into the mainstream through YouTube. And I think that's a totally different avenue. But look at YouTube. The people that get famous on YouTube are getting paid.
Yeah.
It's not there. It's not a free open source thing. Yeah, we can go watch it for free, but advertisers are paying people, on YouTube. And when you're doing something like, a Spotify or Pandora, nobody's paying for that music. It's just.
Well, there are advertisers and there are subscriptions to it as well.
But not to the level of the volume of music that's on it.
I think it's just the thing where like, more and more outlets, especially in the future, are just going to be like the way you can get music, the way you can see shows, the way you can see movies and stuff. I mean, it's going to just the technology keeps getting more and more advanced. There's going to be more and more people. I guess it's just that
Yeah.
it's an interesting
I
dynamic.
do,
On the
I
other
do
se-
feel like that there's still this want for, when we talk about theater, there's still this want for live theater
Yeah.
and live performance.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's ever going to go away. So I don't know that the live performance genre of things will ever change that much. I think it'll get easier to do.
Well, I think though what we've been realizing, I mean, I've been told in terms of running a venue, like it's very hard to make money, and I've been told that like a million times over, and I think that we have kind of all the ingredients to make money. We're in a downtown, we have like great sound system, great lighting, we have like a great space, but it's like once the show's over, people just want to leave. They don't want to stay around. So yeah, you can come see a show for 2 hours and there can be tons of people in here, but they leave afterwards. So
Right.
I think that there is a little change within spaces and venues. Like people keep talking about City Winery, people keep talking about Joe's Pub in the city. People are starting to have to get very creative with how they make money. And I think that House of Independence is kind of a reflection of that, is that we're trying to be as creative as possible to make revenue as many times throughout the day and throughout the year as possible.
Yeah.
And I think I feel bad for other venues that are in the middle of nowhere or don't have great acoustics and stuff like that. We have all of that, and it's still hard for us to kind of do this.
And especially it's a brand new business, so always
Yeah.
in the
Yeah,
beginning.
so, we talk about that a lot, where we're living in it. So, like, we know everything that's going on. Everybody on the street knows everything that's going on. And we've certainly put ourselves out there in a big way. We've gotten a lot of really positive press, and a lot of good looks. But you go 15 minutes away, this huge portion of the population has no idea what House of Independence is.
Sure.
And that it exists yet. So it's that's another tough thing. It's like as a startup that we really are hitting the ground running here and trying to be open 7 nights a week with
we're
live
doing
entertainment.
well. Like it's not like, but you
Right.
look across the street at Asbury Ale House, and they're making revenue like starting at 11 on a Saturday all the way into 2 a.m. at night, just because they have their food and they have TVs. It's kind of like with a space like this, you have to just like be promoting every different types of events, getting creative with what you want to do. I think it's fun, but it's definitely, I think,
It's
with
definitely challenging,
venues, with venues, it's hard. And you've seen so many venues go out, especially in this town, or struggle. and people love them, but they're not there 7 days a week.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
how do you keep people either in here when there's not something going on, or in here after something's over?
We're going to be promoting and coming in January. Like, we have this bar up here, and we're going to be doing specials. We're going to have a box office open even when we don't have shows, with drink specials and kind of other entertainment. So all of that will be coming out in January, and we'll be promoting that on our website and social media as well, just to kind of keep.
I was telling Taylor Allen to bring that show.
Oh, the spelling bee.
Yeah, he was
That would be so much better here than at the,
Yeah,
I don't want to
and-
blow up the other spot, but this is made for that.
And yeah, it could be like right there with the brick wall behind it. It's just stand-ups, and he gets some from the city, and he gets people in here, and you could just do that up here. And then if it gets huge,
and
you can do it down there.
I think that part of the plan, that Morgan was speaking to is, we're talking about double and triple booking the space. You could come here on a Saturday morning with your kids and see a kids musical, and then come back for a concert, at 8:00, or a piece, a live theater or stand-up comic or whatever, and then at 11:00 at night have something totally different once that crowd clears out, or whoever wants to stick around, and then we open it up to just all types of programming.
And we're going to be doing private parties is a huge thing that we couldn't really do that, like show a bride the space when it was under construction, but we'll be really promoting that as well. We even just booked a bar mitzvah that's going to be from 12 until 5 during the day. So kind of like what we're talking about, that double, triple booking, but private parties are going to be a huge aspect of creating
and this
revenue.
is a great venue for that too.
Yeah. So
I think it's going to be sick, and I can't wait to come see some more shows here. That's not your show, but other shows.
Anything that Derek's not involved in.
Yeah,
when it
anything
comes to-
Derek's not in, I'm in.
Dick.
Right, guys. Thank you so much for having us. Thank you for
thank
being
you
on the
guys.
show. On anything, I usually say anything you want to plug on the way out, but
I think we got it.
Yeah.
we're
houseofindependence.com,
houseofindependence.com, right?
Yeah.
That's where you can find it all.
Absolutely.
Derek D.
Yeah, House of Independence, DENTS. You already know my website.
That's on Instagram, and HOI Asbury Park on Twitter.
I like it. Thank you so much for everybody listening and supporting. We really appreciate it. Stop fighting. PizzaBeerRevolution.com. You can find us on the web, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram us. Give us some love, and we would love you back. We'll see you next week. See you. Thanks, guys.